Hey, welcome to Live with Lynn. So if you're here, say hi. If you're watching the replay, be sure to type replay so I know you were here. I'm Lynn Huber, and I appreciate you being here. So today I want to talk about happiness is more than just thinking positive thoughts. Are you happy? Do you even know what being happy is? Have you ever thought about it? I looked up happiness in the dictionary this morning, and it defines happiness as the state of being happy. Well, that was helpful, right? Seriously, the state of being happy. Okay, so let's look at some different things that happiness can be. But realize that in truth, happiness is really in the mind of the beholder. It's really up here in your own mind. But hey, some of the things that happiness can be. So maybe your needs are met. So when a person is happy, they don't usually don't have any needs that aren't being met to the level that they want them to be met, right? It doesn't mean that somebody's not having a hard time or that they have everything they need, but it's more about how you take advantage of what you have and how you make what you have fill your needs. As we all know, there's people in third world countries who have very little, and even here in the US that don't have much, but they're still happy. So it's how you take advantage of what you do have, right? Hi Karen, good to see you. So you might feel satisfied. When you're happy, you tend to feel simply satisfied with your life. You think about your life and you feel good about it. You feel very satisfied when you look around your life and you see all the fortune you have, whether it's where you live or who you live with or just about yourself. It doesn't even matter, but you just feel satisfied with what you have in your life. Gratitude helps with that. I'm a firm believer in that, in gratitude. When you're grateful for what you have and you work to feel that gratitude every day, you start to notice all the fortune that you do have in your life. Because even when you're struggling, there's always something to be grateful for, right? Maybe you feel content. So a happy person tends to feel really content about the things in their life. They feel content about their job, their home, their things, their health. Nothing's nagging at their mind or causing like stress, right? But remember, happy people still have stress. They're just better at feeling content even when things aren't perfect. And maybe that's where the gratitude comes in again. Maybe for being happy, you're at peace. A happy person also feels lots of peace surrounding their life and their family. They trust the process. They tend to know that everything's going to turn out okay, and they're good at turning the negativity around to positive. So happiness is your definition, right? The truth is, happiness is how you define it personally for you. It's different for every one of us. It's not about getting tons of stuff, unless that's what you want. It's not about finding a spouse, unless that's what you want. It's not about having kids, unless that's what you want. It's up to you how you define happiness. In fact, some of these things, like stuff or a spouse or kids or any number of things, many of us desperately want, and then there's others of us who don't want any part of that, I have a lot of friends that are like, what do I need a husband for? We all have different wants and needs, right? It's a journey. So happiness is not a destination that you get to one day and you stay at. It just doesn't work that way. It's like everything else in our life, right? It's a lifelong journey that's going to give you many ups and downs and struggles. But for a person who's happy, they manage to feel good about it, even through all the ups and downs. There's a movie called Parenthood in 1989. Maybe you remember that. It was the mother and the father, they live the same life and they have the same struggles. They're struggling in their life. But the mother says that she loves the roller coaster of life, while her husband is struggling and not as happy because he focuses on the downs instead of the ups. So see, they're both dealing with the same issue or the same problems, but they see them differently. And that's really what happiness is about. So it's about how you act. When you're happy, you tend to act in a more positive ways overall. When you're happy, you tend to eat better, you move more, you think differently. If you think you're not happy, that's when maybe you go binge eat or grab a bag of popcorn or whatever. So it's just about what's in here again, right? But don't worry, because you have the power to be happy wherever you are in your life right now. Seriously, you do. You have the power. But one last thing I want to say about that, though, is I don't believe you need to be dissatisfied to be driven. Just because you're driven doesn't mean you're not happy, right? So I think it's possible to love the life that you have, but still seek to make it better at the same time. So don't abandon your goals of building a bigger business or a better job or a better relationship or a better life because that's still part of growing and stretching in life, right? The problem is too many times we tend to convince ourselves that we need to abandon the present to achieve the future. So it's really more about living in the now, appreciating what you have now. So yeah, happiness is more than thinking positive thoughts. It's happiness is having your needs met, but it's not having everything or even the best. It's about being satisfied with what you have while also being able to work for the things you want. While you do have to do more to think more than just think positive to be really truly happy, it does start in your thoughts, right? And while it starts in your thoughts, where it's going to manifest is in your actions. So as it turns out, happiness isn't waiting for us, it's inside of us, right? Happiness isn't waiting for you to get your dream job or reach your magical and your goal weight, which is actually totally arbitrary and unimportant. But it's not about getting to your goal weight. It's not about finding your true love. It's not about discovering your purpose or buying something new or fancy or bigger or better. Happiness doesn't need you to prove yourself. Happiness isn't out there. It's here. It's right here. It's in your heart and it's in your mind, right? Happiness isn't waiting for you. It's in here. So, hey, now I'd love to hear from you. What does happiness mean for you? What helps you find happiness when you're struggling? Please share with us. Go below in the comments. I would love to hear your thoughts on this. Anyway, that's what I have for you today. Have a great day, and I will see you tomorrow. Bye-bye.